Okay, guys, welcome back. This is Alice speaking, part one. We are in the six topics. We have finished the first five topics. And our today's topic is food. And the first question is, what kind of food do you like to eat? Well, for me, I'm not very picky when it comes to food. So I usually just try to be careful to eat clean by trying to pick the food that help me to maintain my healthy, trying to avoid junky food, trying to avoid unhealthy food, trying to avoid fast food, even though I'm busy. So my alternative usually are fruits and nuts, as much as I can get to eat. Not 100% all the time. Sometimes I have my moments that I order out, eating not so healthy food, but those are few moments of most of the time that I prefer my kind of food that is including vegetables and fruits and other kinds of healthy food. So number two, do you prefer eating at home or in restaurants? Actually, it depends on how busy I am. I know cooking for yourself is the healthiest way of cooking because you are in control of what you're cooking and what you're putting in your food. So when I have time, I love to cook at home. But when I go out in restaurants, I usually try to eat things which are not very complicated. For example, it could be some rice, even though you can never be sure of the kind of oil they use to cook this rice. But if you go to a little bit clean place and the people who cares for the food, the taste, the customers, and your health, you could get an amazing amount of healthy food. So rice is my way to go when I'm in restaurants or ordering out. And also, I prefer meat, but it depends on the kind of meat and where I'm getting it. So we have a lot of chickens in the area that I'm living right now. So chicken is kind of like the main dish, though because they're organic chicken, so it's kind of like more expensive than the normal meat, the red meat. But the chicken is my favorite, and plus that one could be the normal meat, where I could just buy it from outside and boil at home, creating some kind of soup or stew. And when it comes to chicken, I like the grilled one. They usually grill in streets. So you are there when they're doing it, you can see everything that's going on. So if the place is clean, I'm usually good to go. So eating out and eating at home depends on my availability, my timetable, and how busy I am. Question number three. Have your eating habits changed in recent years? I say by recent years, if you're talking about the last 3, 4 years, I could say yes. I was a bit more careful in the past, like super, super careful with what I was eating. And then lately, I've been a little bit more relaxed. But I'm still trying to do my best, depending on the availability and my time. Because when I'm busy, I have to order things from restaurants, and the food I'm getting from restaurants is not the kind of healthy food that I'm looking for. So I sometimes have to sacrifice a little bit of my health because of my busyness. But if I'm way too busy for a very long time, I usually prefer to compensate that gap by ordering in fruits and trying to get some vegetable soups. So yeah, I could say I was much more careful with the kind of food that I used to eat in the past because the availability of healthy food was better compared to right now. But also, I'm in the transition period where I'm trying to force myself into adapting to more natural food, such as fruits and nuts, which is not the only food that I'm going to eat, but they're going to be my fast alternatives. Like when I'm too busy working on something, instead of having a burger, I'll be better off having some fruits and nuts instead. I know it's tough sometimes. You are craving for something different, but once you get used to it, you are good to go. Question number four: what's your favorite dish from your country? Well, in my country, we have different kinds of fish. Fish is my favorite food. Mostly countries are like a lot of countries have fish. So I could say it's not very different from other countries, but I think fish, the way they're doing it, they're creating fish stew sometimes, or sometimes they kind of like fry it or roast it. With onions and garlic. Sometimes they can put a black pepper, a little bit of it, and tomato sometimes, and all those cool spices. So when it's a spicy roasted fish with rice, I love it. I enjoy it. A little bit yogurt by its side. Some people think like milky products and milk shouldn't be eaten together with fish, but yeah, it's my favorite dish. I do that sometimes. Yogurt maybe later a little bit, but I'm trying not to mix very much. The people who are really good with these kind of things could tell us better. If you know more about food and the effect that mixing fish and yogurt or mixing fish and milk has into your body, you could just mention, writing down for more information. Question number 5, are there any food you dislike? Well, I'm not very picky when it comes to food. I dislike when the food is too sugary. A lot of sweets or desserts have too much sugar in them. I know not all of them. The people who know well better about desserts, they know there are all kinds of desserts. There are salty ones, there are, sugary ones or sweet ones, etc. It depends on your taste and how you want to approach them. But I was living in Turkey, and there's this dessert called baklava. It's really, really delicious, but it's too sweet. And people were surprised that I could only take one bite of wheat and that would be enough. Like, it really looks good. It's amazing. If you know and you find a person who does it well, you could go for 2 or 3 pieces. But I have always found it very sugary, very sweet. So I don't like sweet food or sweet desserts. So for people who love it, they actually love it like a lot. They crave it. Sometimes after playing football, the winning team is kind of like getting baklava from the other team. So you have to buy the winner's baklava or something like that. They have those kind of stuff and that kind of culture. So yeah. So that was the last question of this part. Keep on practicing, because practice is what's gonna make your examination easier. When you practice well before the examination, you're going to be more relaxed during the examination, and you need that brain power to try to tackle the questions, to see your mistakes, and you're probably being able to think clearly. So practice and have the hardest moments during the preparation, or practice more during the preparation, so that you could have an easy exam during the exam, and it will feel great when you have enough practice. So we're going to move on to topic number 7. So stay tuned, take care of yourself, best of luck, and looking forward to seeing you again.